And about time we did the right thing here and got Erik Columbia in from News Channel 9 on the Accelerate Sports Complex phone line. And here's why he's awesome. Because he wants to talk about the SportsZilla Open. We got to get the battle of the sexes going. Mario Sacco has pizza and wings on the line, but I think he's afraid of Alex Sims.
Should be.
I really do.
He should be.
But, Erik knows all of these guys. If you're not familiar with it, it's Mario, it was Nico, Brent Axe weaseled his way in on this. It was Mark Larson from Spectrum. And throughout the course of the summer, there's going to be some golf matches lined up. We've had the first one. Mark Larson ended up winning that. He beat Mario by like 8 or 9 strokes. And now the floor is yours, Erik, to heap upon whatever you want.
So, guys, first off, thanks for having me on. I feel like I've been, circling this show for a while now. So it's finally time for me to come on and set the record straight for this golf open that I was somehow left out at. Nobody has played more golf with Mark Larson and Mario Sacco in this market than me. So no surprise the result that happened in that. As somebody who worked with Mark for 7 years before making my way over to News Channel 9,
yeah,
Mark does have a very good game. And apparently I heard he was not hitting from the senior tees and was still winning that contest. So that is even more impressive from Mark Larson, because normally he hits it like 175 off the tee, but I heard he was hitting it a little bit farther. Alex Sims is the wild card in this scenario. I've never played golf with her. You see that one shot online of hers, and she looks like Mrs. Tiger Woods. So I have no idea what is coming from Alex Sims in this scenario. But Kate Callaway does have a good game, even though it's streaky. And Mario, if he has one bad shot, he kind of goes downhill from there. Kind of similar to me. Somehow me and Mario always get paired up when we're playing in these things. So
little cart golf with you guys.
Next time we tee it up, I need to be in on this. I need to see these games in person and to have a proper justification for picking either side in this scenario. But if gun to head, I'm probably going with Mark in this one just because I play with him the most, and I know his golf game more than the others.
Who chirps the most while on the course?
See, it all depends. If there's some adult beverages, that might surprise you. It might be somebody like Kate Callaway who's bringing the chirping. But if it's just a normal day on the golf course, Mario talks the most junk.
I could actually see Kate being the chirper.
Kate does. She's sneaky good at the talking trash can.
I think that ladies will take Mario and whoever he pairs up with out, because they'll get in his head.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing, Mario, we love you, bro, but I think that might be the way this plays out. Also, Erik Columbia, stellar use of the backhanded compliments in there, my friend. You've done well. Yeah, you know what? And now that just proves to me you need to be in the regular rotation here on the SportsZilla show. We're so grateful for the time today, my man. And we wanted to talk to you about your Detroit fandom specifically. Hey, we got Troy Weaver up there. We know what he means to the Syracuse basketball program. We know what Jeremiah Grant means. Obviously, bet on himself. We talked about this the other day. Went from Denver to Detroit, and he is thriving and succeeding. He's now on the Olympic team. And then, lo and behold, don't the Pistons, your team, his team, end up winning the draft lottery and getting that number 1 overall pick? So I said, I want your takes. Put it all together for us, the state of Detroit fandom as I've laid it out.
Well, the state of Detroit fandom overall is it's not good because our teams are trash, every single one of them, and that hurts my heart to say it, but that's been the case most of my life, not even just my adult life, my life period. But so this comes as a godsend because since 2008, Pistons haven't won a playoff game, which stinks to say because they're a storied franchise. Not many teams have won multiple championships in the league. The Pistons have done it. You can't get stars to come to Motown or other small markets in the league because they don't want to come. The weather sucks. Nobody wants to live in Detroit, and that hurts the heart to say. So to get somebody potentially like Cade Cunningham, that's the only way we're going to get a star unless we trade for a guy like Blake Griffin who can't dunk a basketball for a whole year, and then he goes to Brooklyn and looks like a superstar.
Yeah.
So this felt like a championship win. It looks like he can turn the tides for the Pistons, and Troy Weaver building on another draft class that he had, or his first draft class that he had, where he drafted guys like Isaiah Stewart and Sadiq Bey, not to mention Killian Hayes, who had a injury-plagued rookie year, but those other two part of the all-rookie team. So it looks like a nice, solid, young core working with a guy like Jeremy Grant, who people didn't believe that he was worth the money. He proved that he was worth the money this year. The question is, was he getting those buckets and getting those minutes just because he was on a bad team, or is he actually a legit star? I think he'll have more to prove this summer on the Olympic team and then following it up in the 2021-22 season.
Talking with Erik Columbia of Channel 9, WSYR in Syracuse. And Erik, you were giving no love to the Red Wings there, though. I mean, they've had some success in your lifetime. You know, obviously not in the last decade.
But they're trash now.
Yeah, they're trash now. But,
so obviously, we always used to say growing up, at least God gave us the Red Wings, right? Because they were the only one actually going to the playoffs and winning games. And you win 3 Stanley Cups in 6 years. That was awesome. And they have arguably the best team of all time in that 02 team. I love that team. I love the Wings. They're the only team I definitely watch consistently, even though they're bad. But this rebuild was started way too late.
Yeah.
And so we don't even have the Wings right now. That's how bad it is for us Detroit sports fans.
Well, we New York fans can certainly relate to you there. I wanted to get your thoughts on this Boeheim's Army roster that's shaping up for the summer. Just adding DeAndre Kane, 3-time TBT champion. What are your thoughts on what they've put together so far? And who do you think maybe this last player that's still yet to be announced is going to be?
Can I interject one thing?
Sure.
Also throw in your comments on Pope taking over the team and Blackwell sliding to the assistant head coaching role.
So in terms of Boeheim's Army, you got a lot of the same guys, right? But we obviously got Kane, and there's this mystery player. And I heard you guys on Twitch speculating Joe Johnson, maybe Carmelo, some other names mixed in there. Those sound like, not Joe Johnson, but Carmelo does sound like a pipe dream. I don't think that's going to happen. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you're right.
Who that last guy is going to be, you really can we're throwing darts, right? But I think it's going to be along the same lines as what they did with Kane. They're getting guys who have won before, because obviously something's been up with his Boeheim's Army team over the last 4 or 5 tournaments where they get to a certain level and they just can't bring it home. Something is missing. Is it a championship pedigree? I think that's what they're going towards. Blackwell moving away from the head coach was a surprise move that I thought, but from what I've heard from other people in our market is that family thing, maybe he doesn't have as much time that he can devote to this. So it's still good that he's sticking with the organization, and they're going to have a through line there. But this Boeheim's Army's team, they have the pieces, but can they put it together at the right time? That's the big question, and that's why they play the games, right? It would have been awesome if they could have did it 2 years ago when they had the tournament here in Syracuse. But some of these guys aren't getting any younger. Like the Erik Devendorfs, the pride of Bay City, Michigan. So they need to get it done now because their window might be closing, unless they're bringing on another young superstar with that last pick.
And Erik, we wanted to get your thoughts lastly on the foreign substance debate going on in the MLB right now. Where are you on the side of things?
So, I've said this on my podcast, Pass the Salts. There's a shameless plug, by the way, which you can find on localsyr.com.
Awesome stuff.
Great job.
Awesome.
So, I do not care about the cheating with the sticky substances. It does not move the needle for me. Like, baseball has historically turned their heads when it has come to cheating and major cheating. I thought the steroid use and the trash cans were way more prevalent and way more of a hindrance to the, whatever, and I'm using air quotes here, the sanctity of the game of baseball. The stickiness of the pitcher's hands and what they're using does not bother me. Juicing the baseballs, that would bother me, which, wink, wink, they didn't do, or at least they're saying that they don't do. So this doesn't move the needle. If pitchers need to have more control, I'm all for it. I think other things like the shift, bringing in 5 relievers in a single game, stuff like that is more hindrance to batting averages and low scores, and plus also all the trajectory of baseballs and launch angles and stuff like that is more of a bigger factor than what people are putting on their hands.
And the only reason the MLB cares about that right now is because offensive numbers are down. That's the only reason why they're trying to change what the pitchers are doing.
Yeah, lower the spin rate. Offense ticks up a little bit. It seems to be actually happening if you look at the numbers over the past few days since they warned you this was going to happen and started implementing it on Monday. I guess the one benefit of all of this is there's players taking their pants off on the field like left and right to prove they don't have any foreign substances. Listen, I think we brought up about 5 subjects with you, Erik, and I just want to close out by saying this. 5 for 5 from you. Man, on fire today. What a game. Great job. Thanks for the first appearance. Let's make sure there's many more. We really appreciate the time.
Appreciate it, guys. Had to come out swinging for you.
All right. Well, we'll be in touch very soon because, man, he did. He brought it, man.
Brought it.
The backhanded compliments, even right off the top.
I was going to say, first impressions are everything, and that was a great one.
It's like he had some material ready to go. Erik, Columbia News Channel 9. Nice enough to join us on the SportsZilla Show. It's ESPN Radio, and we're right back with Soundcheck, and I'll just basically play the same rejoin all over again.
Erik, thank you so much, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Thanks, Erik. That was awesome.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you up, man. I'd love to get you in the regular rotation if you don't mind.
I got to check out the podcast, too.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Have a great day, my friend.
You guys as well. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
That's the second person who used the reference "move the needle" because Brendan said that too.
Yeah.
Got to move the needle.
Move the needle.
Move the needle.
Old analog.
Right.
Old analog radio boards. The old analog stick.